Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be doing Lab 9-5 comprehensive case for Dillard stored data, and we'll be answering the question, does a state's tax rate affect Dillard's decision to open stores there? So we'll run a regression test to see how the information influenced their decision in placing stores in that state. And in order to do this, we're going to go ahead and connect to SQL Server through Excel using Excel's get and transform tool. So to do this, I've already gone ahead and opened up a Excel worksheet, workbook, and I'm going to the data tab, get data from database from SQL Server database. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and put in my server information as well as the database information and my SQL statement. Once I have that keyed in, I will resume the video. All right, so now that I have my statement in as well as my server information, I'm going to go ahead and load my information. Should be 30 rows. I'm going to go ahead and load these in and make sure that I have 30 rows of information loaded in. It says 29. So we're going to go ahead and continue. So we're going to, kind of following similar steps to our previous labs, we're going to go ahead and add a column to include the sales tax rate for each state. Okay, select control, double click right here to expand that. And we're going to go ahead and need our sales tax rate for each of the states. And I believe we saved this information in this file. That is Chapter 9 State Sales Tax. So I'm going to go ahead and Control Shift down and to the right, Control C, and place that information on my worksheet that I'm working on. I'm going to allow a column in between, and we don't need this last one, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this information. It's okay, easier. All right, I actually want to get rid of this entire row. Sorry, my Excel is lagging. Forward delete row. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and include our VLOOKUP formula to give us the sales tax rate for the corresponding state. Okay, so I have my VLOOKUP formula in here where our lookup value is the state from our table, and our column index is the second column. Ooh, I was trying to click on it, but the second column of our table 1, and we do want an exact match. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that information. Looks like I might have an error, so I'm going to go ahead and just key in the cells I am working with. Okay, so I found my error to be that instead of a comma here, I had a period. So I've gone ahead and corrected my error, and now I'm ready to move on. And in the next step, we're going to go ahead and run a regression to see if a state's sales tax rate helps to explain the stores that were opened in certain states. So for this one, we're going to go to data, and we're actually looking for the analyze section, specifically the data analysis tool pack. But since it's not here, we're actually going to go to File, Options, Add-ins, Excel add-ins. We want the data analysis tool pack. And I'm going to go ahead and select go, check it, and hit OK. Okay, so now I'm just going to look for the regression the regression tool, and I'm going to hit OK. Okay, so we're going to select our Y input range. So that's going to be the sales tax rate. So I'm going to go Control Shift. Oh, yep, it should be C. Yep, likewise, like such. Sorry. And the X is going to be the number of stores. Oops, I changed it. Let's try that again. Okay, so here, Control Shift down, and X input is going to be okay, and we want to include labels. Actually, no, mine does not include labels. And we want a new worksheet apply with a 95% confidence. I'm going to select OK. And now I'm just going to open up each of these columns. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight my information, Control, and double click. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rename my X variable to be state. Always happens to me. State sales tax rate. And I'm also going to go ahead and change the format of this to be a smaller number. Select OK, just because I want to see how small this p-value is. Actually, I am noticing now that I selected the wrong X and Y values, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this sheet. And it's okay to mess up sometimes because life happens, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go into the data tab, go into data analysis. Once again, I'm going to run this regression and put the proper values where they go. My input range is this one, and my output, my Y range is the B column, and my X range is the sales tax rate. I realized that as I was keying in or changing the variable on the other revision tab. So, okay, now we have B and C. And I actually did not include the labels because I started on row 2, so I'm not going to check the labels one. But if you do start on 1, it's important to let Excel know that you are inputting labels there with a 95% confidence. And I'm going to select OK. Okay, now I will Control and click to open up my information. Once again, I'm going to rename this to be state sales tax rate. And I'm going to change the value of my decimals. Okay, so now because my p-value is so small, this means that the information indeed is significant, and that the sales tax rate does influence the number of stores that open per state. So with that information, we will conclude Lab 9-5, Comprehensive Case for Dillard Store Data. Does a state's tax rate affect Dillard's decision to open stores there? Thanks for watching.